Good morning everyone, good morning. It's been a long while. I am back in London. You can't see that at the background, I'm sitting in a different spot. I always have problems with light in this apartment, and today I'm sitting in this chair because it gave me the best light for this video. But it's been a little while, back in London for a short time, then back to Australia. But anyway, let's talk about Porsche stuff today. Wow, a lot happens when you haven't done a video in a while. So many things going on in the Porsche YouTube world. Let's have a chat. Yes, I've been catching up, watching all the videos that I haven't seen for a while. There's a lot going on. I don't know if you guys have, you guys know this YouTuber, tgetv. I don't know if I'll link. Yeah, I will link. I'll link it here or here. He has just, he's got a lot of cars, and he's got a Carrera T, and I think his Carrera T is one of the best spec Carrera Ts. Speed yellow, lightweight buckets. He's replaced that awful shiny black plastic on the trim to leather. What else? Ceramic brakes. He's got the front spoiler lip color coded. I'll post that video actually I'll post that video here. So that's the video when he picked up that Carrera T. Carrera T is great. Really nice. I think he's a really good spec. Manual, no sunroof. Very important not to have a sunroof in a Carrera T, and very important not to have the back seats. But I think he's done a really good spec on that. I mean, he has lots of other cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, etc. He's becoming quite successful, and I really like his channel. I think it's a great channel. But interesting, if you remember back to one of my older videos, which I'll link here, yeah, and I was talking about the Carrera 4S 996, how I always loved that car. I remember when it came out and I look at the back of it and think, man, that's so fat. It's the coolest looking car inside, the detail of it. I mean, of course it looks a little bit more aged today, but I was looking at that one, if you remember, at Classic Throttle Shop online, and I thought, that's a good one, and it was about 100,000 Aussie dollars, and it was in that blue color, what is it, cobalt blue, or one of the blues. Anyway, by chance, he has just actually added to his collection a 996 Carrera 4S in the UK. This is the video here. So I'm kind of like enjoying his channel at the moment, especially if he keeps up with the Porsche content, especially the 911T. I mean, I like his other content. I think his Ferrari, he's got an F12 Ferrari, which is pretty fantastic. Anyway, back to Porsche. Yeah, so he's got the 911T, which he believes is going to be a future classic due to the narrow body, possibly. And then he's just bought the Carrera 4S, the 996. Interesting purchase. Something we should think about. Let's not overlook the 996. Maybe instead of trying to find a 993 or a 964, which are just ridiculous prices, I saw a really good one yesterday on car sales in Australia. A 964 Carrera 2, 190,000 with about 200,000 kilometers. It's just way too expensive. I like them, but I just can't pay that much money for that car. I hope this light's okay. I've got a light on here, but it doesn't seem to be helping. Yeah, so I've been catching up on that content. I think that's good content, good Porsche content to watch. What else? Oh, and then there's the Nick Murray news. Nick Murray, if you guys watch Nick Murray, obviously he's the pinnacle for us small YouTubers like Auto Amateur and Car Fanatics. Hopefully one day we'll reach the level of what Nick Murray has achieved. So he is handing back his 911. This is the second one. Now, you'd have to start to worry. He's 991.1 was a lemon, and now he's 991.2. They can't fix the problem, so Porsche is buying it back. Porsche America is taking it back off him. Obviously, they don't buy it back at the full price. This is Nick talking about it here, but go and check out his channel and have a look at that video if you haven't seen it, and a few before that where he discusses the issues. I think it's been about 4 or 5 months where he's had the problem with the 991.2 Carrera 4S. They couldn't resolve the problems. They're taking it back. The most shocking news of this is not that they're taking it back. The most shocking news is he's thinking of not buying another Porsche. How can Nick Murray have a channel and he doesn't own a Porsche? Come on, Nick. You've got to have a Porsche. At least make one of those cars in your garage a Porsche. Maybe you could buy a Boxster. Replace that Golf of yours with a Boxster. Oh, you want a more runabout car? I don't know, but you got to have a Porsche. Don't buy those big American tanks that you're talking about and old Ferraris. Old Ferraris, they just catch on fire. Buy a Porsche. You'll have more problems with the older Ferrari. Anyway, what else is happening in Porsche news on YouTube? Also, my friend Auto Amateur, I'll link it here. All you guys know James at Auto Amateur. He's pumping out the videos at the moment. He really is the Porsche 997 man at the moment. I am not, because I've been very slack with my uploads. So he's putting the pressure on me. He's just bought a drone. He's posted some great drone footage, so check that out on his channel. He's preparing for a drive that he's about to do, but and he's bought his Speedster. I don't think that video is up yet. It may be up. I don't think so. I haven't seen it. But he's got the Fister, he got the satin black, the ceramic finish, the same as mine, which is okay, James, which is okay. He's got the ceramic finish, and I think he's going to install it soon. But his car is looking really, really good. He's gonna have a lot of fun in the summer, I think, and the car's looking great. And he did the smart thing where he replaced, James has just replaced his air conditioning buttons with the ones from Climate Repair. I was one of those lazy people that decided, nope, I don't want to replace the buttons, I don't want to go through that messing around. I'll just replace the whole air conditioning unit. So when I first bought my car, my air conditioning buttons had the same awful finish on them where someone had got a little black outline texture or marker and colored it in. It drove me crazy when I picked up the car. I've only ever bought predominantly new cars, so when I picked it up from the dealer, the one thing that drove me crazy more than anything else was looking down at the air conditioning and seeing the black texture hiding the white underneath. So I ordered the part from Suncoast straight away. It's in one of my really early videos if you go back, and I bought the whole part and got Autohaus Hamilton to fit it. I was thinking about that the other day actually. I didn't keep the old unit. I remember the guy that was at Autohaus at the time, he said, do you want it or not? And I said no, and that was when I first sort of started my Porsche journey. I said no, I don't want it. Looking back, I probably should have kept it because I probably could have sold it and got a couple of $100 for it, a few $100s for it to cover the cost of the air conditioning unit. But just so you know, at the time, I wasn't that crazy because the air conditioning unit I think was about $700 US, and I think in Australia it was almost 2,000 US. So I was actually sort of sensible. What else is happening in the Porsche world? So you noticed all the new 992s. 992s are out on the road. Press cars and etc. But I think deliveries start now, don't they? Deliveries start in May. I looked on the Porsche site the other day to see if they had the Speedster configurator. I was thinking about doing a video on the Speedster configurator. We'll get back to that's the next story, but we'll just concentrate on the 992. So the 992, you know, I like a lot of things about it. I like the wheel choice. I like the configuration options. I like the dash. I think the dash has done, who's ever done the interior on the 992 should be applauded. The design team that worked on that, the fact that they've kept the essence of the vintage 911 in a modern, technology-rich interface is very, very well done and very, very well applied. I think that's great. I think the seat choices, I like how you can get that fabric Sportex kind of checkered sort of seat. I really like that detail. I've been looking at the configurator again, so it's fresh in my mind. I like the RS Spider type wheels. I like how you can get the gold Arum or whatever it's called, colored wheel. I like all of that. And I saw an Instagram post today from another fellow Porsche owner in Melbourne here, not here because I'm not in Australia, from Melbourne in Australia, Architect Driving. And he was talking about the wing, and I agree. I've been looking at it all week. I've been seeing all these images on Instagram and seeing videos online, and I have to agree. What have they done with the wing? When the wing is up, the rear of the 911, the 992 looks terrible. I can live with the light bar. I can live with how the back looks, even though I think it looks really, really super fat. And there are many videos online where you can hear the sound, and the sound is great. The sound is absolutely fantastic. Now, I haven't had the opportunity to go to a Porsche dealer and to look at the car in person, like some of you guys have, but I have to admit, when that wing is deployed, the fact that it takes up the whole area, the whole line of the car at the back just looks odd. I don't know, it's lost part of that historic 911 essence of the wing going up. It just doesn't look right. Anyway, let me know what you think, but I think we all have to agree it's not good. It's not good. Maybe, you know, when the GT3 comes out and you got the fixed wing, it'll be much better. But the Carrera S and the Carrera 4S, not a big fan, and I think that would turn me off buying one. Okay, so the next thing to talk about in Porsche that's been happening and I haven't chatted about it is the 911 Speedster, the 991.2 Speedster. I doubt any of us will have an opportunity to buy one, not new, because they're all allocation. I think they're already sold. There's only a few available. Well, a few as in for the world, there's only a few available. But the 911 Speedster, I think it's lost a little bit from concept to production, and I think that always happens. I think everyone's saying the same thing. The mirrors, the side mirrors, the bullet side mirrors are now just standard mirrors, and the little thing behind the seat has changed. I don't know. I haven't yet seen it with the canvas with the top up. But Porsche are very clever in that you always see it without the top up, so I'm not sure how it looks, and it's probably really difficult, like the Boxster the Boxster Spider top, which was really annoying for owners to put on and off. But the Speedster's come out. No doubt it will be very, very collectible. No doubt it'll be out of my price range. Like I said, I think personally it's lost a little bit of its essence. I won't link it. I'll show you a picture. This picture is the one I thought looked really good in red. Yeah, so that's the Speedster. So non-911 Porsche news. There's the news about the Panamera. The Panamera turned 10 years this week. 10 years old since the Panamera. I know a lot of people hate the Panamera. Personally, I've always liked the Panamera. And even in Bahrain, I was looking at second-hand ones because there's quite a few in Bahrain. And I was seeing what second-hand ones were coming up. I kind of like it. I like the big, I like inside. But the Panamera, they're thinking of, apparently, and it's very, very early stages, of doing a two-door version. Now, some people are saying, oh, the 928 is being redone. The 928 is going to be here in 2021 or 2022. I don't think it's going to look like a 928. I think they've got to compete with other car brands. The rumor is that they're looking at possibilities of making it into a two-door, the Panamera, looking at possibilities of shortening the wheelbase at the same time to make it look more in proportion. I don't think the two-door would work in the length of the wheelbase that it is now. These are early reports, but I did read about it, and I think it's interesting that Porsche is going down that path, and I think it could be actually a really nice looking car. Obviously that Panamera, the top of the range hybrid, whatever it is, which is, I don't know, 400,000 in Australia, I don't know how much it is in the UK. That is a really, really nice Panamera. I've seen one of those in London and it is pretty spectacular. What else have I seen in Porsche news? That's about it. From my last video, my plans are still kind of on track. There's been a few hiccups since we left Bahrain. It may happen, it may not happen. You know, I have to tell you guys, like lately, it's like day by day and I just wait. I just wait for things to happen and I don't get stressed about it. That's the point in life, you don't get stressed. I have to say the one thing that I really do miss though, and I've talked about this so many times before, not having, you know, and it's not a car to drive because I had a car to drive in Bahrain and I had a Camry and then I had a Yaris or something, Toyota, which were awful, which were absolutely awful. It's not having a car, it's not having the 911. I was terrible driving an automatic. I don't know why. Automatics are supposed to be easy, but that automatic in the Toyota, I was like, what's going on? I just want my manual back. I just want my 6-speed Porsche transmission back. So it just sort of drilled into my head that I need to have a special car. I need to have a car that I can drive, you know. So at the moment, it's still going to happen in Bahrain, but if it doesn't and I'm still in the UK, I just have to get a 911. I just can't keep going like this. Anyway, I'm going back to Australia. Hopefully everything will be clearer then. Like I said, I'm still thinking about putting the 997 into storage, at least until Christmas. And that's about it. Oh, and the market, the Porsche market. Like I said, I haven't had any time. I've been so busy, but I've been looking on car sales in Australia and Auto Trader as well, but mainly car sales because that's my gauge of what's available. 997.2 GT3 RS, which I really, really like, and you guys know I've been looking at them. I think they were around 429k in Australia when I went to Porsche Sydney to the 70-year anniversary event. They had one there. They dropped down to it. There was some there for 369 and 349 online. There was probably 4 to 5 997.2 GT3 RSs. When I looked the other day, there are none. And I read this in the UK that they're saying that the 991.1 GT3 RS has pretty much bottomed out, and because people can't get the 0.2, that's going up. I think what people have realized is that 997.2 GT3 RS is really undervalued. And I don't know whether those people that bought the ones in Australia were local or they've bought them and shipped them over to the UK or whatever, but they're all gone. And I think from my research on the Porsche market, I think when that happens that quickly, and it happened with the 996 GT3 when I was going to buy one and I didn't, and they all disappeared, there was heaps on the market and they disappeared, then the price just jumped up another 50k. I think that's what's happening with the GT3 RS. I think people have realized, I think our opportunity, my opportunity anyway, has probably disappeared on that car, which is a shame because I really liked it. I still look at the 901.1 GT3 RS because I still like it. They're in the early 300s now in Australia, so they're quite good value. I would consider one of those. I was looking one in comparison, in Bahrain, they had one for sale, and it was equivalent of 190,000 Australian dollars for a 901.1 GT3 RS, which is now gone as well. But anyway, just talking about Porsche stuff on the internet. Like I said, if you If you're a fan like me, you always watching other channels. If there's any channels I've missed about the 997 or good Porsche channels, let me know down below. Yeah, but anyway, just a little chat today. Interesting to look at Porsche stuff online. Interesting to look at stuff on YouTube and the new videos coming up. Like I said, pretty impressed with what's been going on the channel front with Porsche. Porsche is definitely a force that's going to happen on YouTube. I think it's there, but I think everyone's you know, especially younger viewers are all interested in the supercars. I think Porsche is much more interesting, and it's good to see other YouTubers buying 911s, new and old. Yeah, but another thing I just want to say at the end of this video is I get so many messages on Instagram, and you know, I do this YouTube channel, and I do it, like I said, when I first started, it was about me and my journey, and talking out loud to an audience that I didn't even know I had, with trying to be sensible right in the beginning, and starting my Porsche journey, and I wanted to document it because I was thinking about buying it. I didn't know it was going to happen, but I was talking about it like it would happen, and it did happen. And I think that's the thing in life, you've got to be positive about these things. And you know what, sometimes I get really down on this YouTube thing because it's like, after 2.5 years or whatever, you know, other channels skyrocket and have all these subscribers and whatever. But you know what I really like about my channel? I really like the fact that the people that subscribe to me and the people that chat to me are genuine and really love the Porsche brand. And even on Instagram on my P997.1, and Michael Barth as well on my Instagram if you haven't followed me, I get great comments, and they're always comments from people who have said thank you for your videos, thank you, I've now bought my first 997, you've helped me along the way. And I'm not going to mention the people that I've had the messages from during the week, but I actually had 3 messages on my Instagram during the week, and it's really humbling, and I really like it. And it's sometimes you don't think sometimes you don't think that you're connecting, and it's really nice that everyone, I don't know how to say it, sometimes that you don't know if you're connecting. I know in the comments from you guys that you like the videos, some of the videos. I know my videos aren't that polished, but those the Instagram mails I get from you guys when you said this is my 911, you send me a picture, or you know, I liked your stripe so much, here's my stripe, or your lobsters look great, I've redone the lobsters. It's great to be here. That's all I'll say. It's great to be here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now. London Marathon's on outside. I'm going to go and have a look. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.